just ahead on Palm Beach TV.
We are definitely seeing an increase in our heat-related emergencies. In the past 2 months alone, we've seen that ramp up dramatically than what our normal is for the months before that.
As temperatures soar, heat-related illnesses are on the rise. What you need to know to stay safe.
It's a nuisance. It's an effect to tourism, of course. It does have some odors, and it's not very pleasant for beachgoers.
It's washing ashore in waves, what the town is doing to clear sargassum from the public beaches to keep the shoreline clean.
Those stories straight ahead.
The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast, sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Now, the news.
Welcome to Palm Beach TV. I'm Sally Lewis. We're under another heat advisory again today. It's 10:30 in the morning, and according to the AccuWeather app, it feels like 108 degrees outside, raising health concerns for anybody outside for even a short period of time.
At first glance, it's a picture-perfect beach day.
Just to get out with the fresh air, and I enjoy it, and I like to swim. Today the waves are a little high, but I like to do it. Bring my water, a snack, and just enjoy the day.
But it's dangerously hot. Heat advisories remain in effect from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. for parts of Florida, including Palm Beach, with feel-like temperatures climbing as high as 115 degrees. Palm Beach Fire Rescue responded to 2 heat-related calls from October through April. Already, in just the last 2 months, they've been called 8 times, with several serious enough to require hospitalization.
August is typically our most frequent month for heat-related emergencies. And heat-related emergencies are 100% preventable, and prevention is key. Right. So with that, we just want to remind our residents, our visitors that come to Palm Beach, that without proper prevention, it can turn into a dangerous emergency.
Special precautions are in place for town employees who work outside, including first responders who go through special training in the heat and firefighters who are rotated regularly to prevent overheating.
When emergencies happen, we have to respond. We will be there, and depending on the emergency, they are going to be out in the sun for extended periods of time, and depending on that emergency, they're wearing heavy coats and pants and air packs, and it is definitely taxing on the body. So we've learned that we need to be able to deal with these conditions during those types of emergencies.
Staying hydrated is one of the most effective ways to prevent heat exhaustion. That means drinking water before heading outside and continuing to drink throughout the day. Take regular breaks from the heat and get into air conditioning when possible. Wear lightweight and light-colored clothing, a wide-brimmed hat, or use an umbrella to shield yourself from dangerous UV rays. Avoid outdoor activities during the peak hours of 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And remember, children under 4 and adults over 65 are especially vulnerable to heat-related illness. Heat exhaustion is characterized by heavy sweating, dizziness, and nausea, while heat stroke is more serious and can cause confusion, seizures, or loss of consciousness. If heat stroke is suspected, call 911 immediately. For this Midtown beachgoer, she's found a way to enjoy the beach safely all summer despite the temperatures.
Got my water, or I'll have some green tea, put some lemons in it, oranges, and hydrate like that.
As temperatures soar across Palm Beach, residents and visitors aren't just feeling the heat, they're seeing the effects of it piling up on the shoreline. Unseasonably high ocean temperatures driven by prolonged heat waves, along with a higher nutrient load, are all contributing to an increase in sargassum blooms washing ashore. The town's coastal coordinator is keeping a close eye on the conditions.
Since 2022, there was a large problem, and during the summer times is when we start to see a larger amount. Most recently, July 17th is when we've started to see a little bit of increase of material on our beaches, and I think it's been pretty stable since then. We've had a lot of like easterly and southeast winds that kind of have pushed some of the material onto our beaches.
The University of South Florida's Optical Oceanography Laboratory monitors the sargassum and puts out a monthly bulletin which tracks amounts and where it's coming from.
There's the Great Atlantic Sargassum Belt in between West Africa through the Caribbean and the Atlantic. And it's transported by, different currents and winds and tides. We have the Sargasso Sea, where historically there's been a lot of sargassum in that area too. And I know that, we started to see a lot of sargassum increasing on the shores of Florida after 2011.
In response, the town provides beach cleaning services twice a week, typically Mondays and Fridays at the town's public beaches at Midtown and Phipps. During turtle nesting season, raking is restricted to the mean or average high tide line and below to protect the nests. The hatchlings can get caught in the sargassum, as Civic Association team member Terry Green observed recently when she spotted a hatchling struggling in Jupiter and immediately contacted the Loggerhead Marine Life Center for help.
I want to reiterate that it is a federal offense to touch sea turtles, so be sure not to engage if you see anything out there. The best thing that you can do if you see hatchlings on the beach is to clear a path for them through the sargassum, because that is kind of a hurdle for them to get into the water. But it's also very important for them to make that journey on their own. It strengthens their fins and gets them prepared for what's in the ocean.
Good news, so far the town's turtle monitor is not reporting an increase in hatchling mortalities this season, which ends October 31st. Palm Beach also has permits and approvals to do beach cleaning on the north end as needed. Goodacunts says sargassum amounts usually decrease in August, but based on trends, the amounts may remain higher than usual this month. Next week on Palm Beach TV, backpacks and first day excitement, we check in with Palm Beach Public as a new school year begins. Plus, news from the latest town council meeting. That's next week on Palm Beach TV.
And that wraps up Palm Beach TV. Stay up to date with the island's only newscast at palmbeachcivic.org and through our social media. Until next time, try to stay cool, and we'll see you then.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you to let us know how we can further provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.